I've had people threaten me about my art, but it's few and far between. It's like, really, over that? Over a piece of artwork, you want to fight? Ridiculous. I see it on the internet. I've seen it on the internet recently. I started doing a new body of work, which is collages. The title of this is Who Would You Rather Have Negotiate? Obviously Biden, don't you think? And the subjects that I use are politics and religion. Most of the time, that's what it is. And it confuses people, I think. It confuses people that don't think. Definitely. And that's what art's about. It's about, like, making the person think. So there have been times when I have a piece that might be about racism, and somebody's calling me a racist. No, it's about racism. It's about racism. I'm not advocating that. That's why it looks so rough. I gave you an example of a piece someone else did. That would be Ed Keenholz. This installation is called 5-Car Stud. It's making fun of the idiots. An old truck from the 50s or something, and then he's got like some toothless looking, rednecks pulling a black guy out of a car. It's a horrific, violent scene and has a realness to it. It's an amazing piece. And like they're beating him with a club. Is that racist? No, it's about racism. It's been a long time since I've thought of this piece, and I believe the implication was that the white woman in the truck was found with the black guy, and the vigilante Klan members are, taking care of business. I believe that that's it, but it's not really that important. The important thing is that you get the basic gist of what it's about. A few pieces recently about like religion, and I'm using Jesus. Let's say I have Jesus holding a dinosaur. It's Jesus holding a dinosaur. Isn't that fact? I thought that was fact, so I don't know what the problem is. That makes somebody mad? Why? Wasn't Jesus around when the dinosaurs were around? Isn't that what the Christians say? Why are you mad? Why are you offended? Or this piece? The whole point of this piece is that we do not know what Jesus looked like. He's more than likely a black man. But because most of the paintings have been done by painters that are white, we have a European-looking Jesus, and he probably looked nothing like that. He might not have looked like Chaka. That's true. He might have looked human. He was probably more than likely looks black. That's probably how Jesus looked. Sorry, that's just the facts. Deal with it. It's not a big deal. Stop crying, white people. What offends you about that? That's the Good Shepherd. He looks like a troglodyte, sure. Nobody knows what Jesus looks like. That's the point that I'm making. It's made up. It's art. Nobody has a photograph of Jesus. We do not know what he looks like. Was he the Son of God? That's for you to say. That's your deal. That's not mine. I think that if it's anything, it's something other than what humans imagine it would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's all these religions and everyone's, that's the right religion. They're probably all wrong. But they could be right. It isn't really important what you believe in. It's important that you believe in something. That's it. You should have some type of spirituality. So me making commentary about Jesus is no reason to be upset or to be offended. It isn't. You don't even know what he looked like. He could have looked like this. And when I do stuff about our president, I politics, that's my deal. Politics and religion. Like this piece right here. This is really taken from the news. I mean, it's been talked about, like people are worried about Trump having his finger on the button. Is he healthy enough to, there's no reason to get mad. Don't get upset because you don't really even know what I'm thinking. So if you see something like this, is this about Elon Musk or strapping a Bigfoot to a Falcon Heavy rocket? Or something like this. Title is Put the Asshole Back, Sam. That's my raven. You don't really know what my views are. It's a piece of art. It is a visual language. That is true. It's probably the only true visual language. But to just stamp it like, oh, that's offensive. Really? Why? And when we're talking about politics, nobody should be offended. Nobody should be offended, even if it's obvious that it's dissent. Somebody has to report it, don't they? This is a perfect example. I'm just making commentary on the absurdity of the moment. If you can't deal with somebody's art, that's fine. If you don't love it, that's fine. If you hate it, that's fine. But don't be childish about it. Oh, I'm going to unsubscribe. No one cares if you unsubscribe. People with YouTube channels lose and gain subscribers on a daily basis. We don't care. You don't have power by saying I unsubscribe. You look ridiculous. You look childish. You look like a child, which could be what we're talking about. Those are the Ravens picking me up out of the crowd and taking me back to the nest to raise me as one of their own. A play on Grant Wood, American Gothic, and of course Bigfoot here at Iwo Jima, and the Loch Ness Monster. This is all new stuff.